Hola, mis estimados estudiantes y bienvenidos a Español 1 o a veces dicen no español de nivel principiantes. Estoy súper emocionada de tener a ustedes, ¿no? En esta clase y que van a estudiar español conmigo. Entonces quise hacer una breve presentación de quién soy yo, de la clase y dar a todos ustedes o a todos la bienvenida, ¿no? Hello and welcome to Spanish 1. I am Mrs. Macbeth and I am your Spanish professor. I just wanted to make a quick introduction video so that I could talk to you a little bit about the class, show you a little bit about where to find things, and also just show you the textbook that we're going to be using this semester. So I just hoped to have a little intro to this course and just, of course, to say welcome. So first, let me tell you a little bit about me, and that way you can get to know me a little bit better. Obviously, there is a professor profile online, and also I've made a short introduction video, so you can go and watch that. I'm sure in that introduction video, I tell you that I am a heritage speaker, so that means that I grew up here in the United States, actually in Florida. And my family is Spanish speaking. So my family is originally from Costa Rica, and that is how I learned Spanish whenever I was very small. Then when I was 17, I moved to Argentina, and I lived in Argentina for about a year. And then I moved to Chile, and I lived in Chile for a few months. And since then, I've done lots of upper level education studies in Spanish language. So I have a lot of academic and lots of different types of knowledge of various cultural elements of Spanish language and culture. I did my master's in Spanish language, and I'm completing also currently a second master's also in Spanish language. And I was recently accepted to a doctoral level program that works out of Spain. So I will soon be Dr. like that. Anyway. That's enough about me and my background of where I come from. So some of you may already be Spanish speakers. You may be heritage speakers like me, or you may be a more native speaker. I welcome all and any of your suggestions. I hope that you feel welcomed in this class, and those who know no Spanish, I hope you also feel welcome, because this class is made with both of you in mind. I'd just like to take you a little bit to the course content to see that, but before we do that, I'd like to show you the textbook that we're going to be using so that you can see it, and then also make sure to purchase it. The book we are using this semester, and you will use for Spanish 1 and also for Spanish 2, is called Juntos. I chose this book because it is much more interactive than other textbooks that we've had in the past. It also focuses on a new second language acquisition style that is very popular nowadays, called task-based learning teaching. In Spanish, they call it enfoque por tareas. And I really liked that. I also liked that in this book, you would learn a little bit about various different topics. And so it may feel like you're not learning a lot of maybe more in-depth words, but studies into second language acquisition have actually shown that you acquire more general knowledge first in a second language, and then you move into more in-depth knowledge. So this book is actually keeping more in line with what studies have shown us is more successful actually in second language acquisition. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about Brightspace. You will have lots of time to get familiar with Brightspace, but I'm just going to take you there and show you a little bit about where you can find things. And then I hope you enjoy getting started this week. And if you need anything, of course, don't hesitate to let me know. I am always happy to see you and to talk with you. All right, so you can go ahead and see my screen there. It doesn't quite look like how you're going to see it. Obviously, what I have right now is it doesn't quite look the same, but this is basically what you're going to see in your course. It's very important that you go into the news items and that you look at those news items. I will potentially send you them through email, but since we are all online, this is my only method of communication with all of you. And so it's super, super important that you keep up with those communications. If anything happens with regards to maybe needing to extend things because of COVID or for other reasons, you need to keep up to date with all of those things. So that's super important. Everything that you need in the class, you'll be able to find in various different areas, but the most important place that you will find everything is in the content area. So if we go there first, you can see that I have divided up the class into weeks. And so here you will have each week that everything is due. I say this in other places in the course content, but it's very important that you know that everything opens at the beginning of the semester. So for example, I've had some Spanish speaking students complete the work up to a month ahead of time. That's something that you can do if you want, but once the deadline passes for when that course content is due, you cannot go back and access it. So once it's done, but it's open all right now. So it'll be open at the beginning of the semester. You can do it week by week if you want to, and each module will shut down as the semester progresses. Or you may choose to do it a different way. That is totally up to you. You can be as self-paced as you wanted to. The only thing is, again, once the deadline shuts off, you cannot go back and complete any of that work once those modules are closed. Once they're closed, they are closed. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. I have some additional things here for you, but one thing that I just want to go over right now while we're in this welcome thing is the departmental COVID policy, which you can find here in your syllabus module. Now, all pieces of the syllabus module comprise the syllabus. Sorry, I've got a little tongue twister there. So all of these pieces of the syllabus module are actually the syllabus. And so that's something very important to keep in mind. Not just the syllabus comprises the syllabus module, but all of these elements are a part of the syllabus or would be considered a part of the syllabus. I've just broken them up into different documents and did some additional explanation. This is the COVID and illness policy that has been adopted by our department. It's very important to know that if you have COVID, this is what this policy basically explains. If you have COVID, COVID will be treated like any other illness. And since you are an online student, things like attendance or not attendance are not really an issue for you. However, with regards to turning in your work or receiving medical leave, you cannot just say that you have COVID and not complete your work. You have to actually provide documentation of a positive proof test. You must provide this information to Keith Lewicki. He is the one who is on the safety officer. His information is right here. You must provide all this documentation to Keith Lewicki. You must let the instructor know, that's me, right, that you have COVID and that you have the appropriate documentation. You don't have to give it to me. You have to give it to Keith Lewicki. And then Keith Lewicki will be in touch also with the Office of Student Services and the Dean of Student Services. And it's the Dean of Student Services that lets me know that you are authorized to receive medical leave. So you can't just kind of say that you have COVID. There's a process that you have to undergo in order to receive the medical leave that comes with having COVID. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. All of these other pieces, I'm sure that you will get to know, but you can access them in various forms, right? You can access them here in content. When you go into a week, so let's just go into the second week so that we can look at it. As you can see, right, everything is here, right? So the module objectives, or what it is in theory you're meant to be learning that week, are written right there for you, as well as then the list of to-do items that you are meant to do that week and what module objective it meets. Then underneath all of that, you have all of the modules that comprise week 2, as well as all of the assignments And you also have all of the drop boxes, the quizzes, the discussion boards. You can find them all within this same module. So you can see it's all listed right here. Now it's black right now because it will go live on Monday, which is the first week of class. So all of these things will open up on Monday. You can also find all of this content information, or you can find the discussion boards under assignments, right? Under the word discussion. You can find the drop boxes under assignments, under Dropbox, and you can find the quizzes also under assessments. And if you go to quizzes, it'll be right there. If you want to know what your grade is, you're just going to go into grades, and it'll show you how well you've done on each assignment. And it will give you a percentage of how you've done up until that point. So it'll tell you something like you have completed 60% of, 70% of the semester, right? So it'll show you something like 60 over 70 or, 20 over 40 or things like this, right? To say, thus far in the semester, we have completed 40% of the work. You have completed 20% of that 40% or whatever it is that those numbers end up being. All right. Well, I think that's all I really wanted to go over for right now. I'm so glad to have you in this class, and I hope that you are excited to learn about how wonderful the Spanish language is and its culture. It is a wonderful, wonderful place, and there are so many Spanish-speaking countries around the world, and so I hope that you will be able to get to know a little bit about a few of them. Obviously, we can't do all 20 in one semester, and I've just picked a few of those places to talk about culturally, but there's so much more. There's a huge depth to the Spanish language culture, and it is a wonderful, wonderful place. Personally, I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Venezuela, I've been to Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, and Chile, and Spain. And I've loved every single one, and I'm sure that I would love going to more. So I hope that you enjoy getting to learn a little bit about this and learning a lot about the Spanish language. And I will see you in class starting Monday. And I hope that everything will be great as we work through this together. One more thing, right? Just at the end of this, I just wanted to also let you know that if you need anything, please do not hesitate to let me know or contact me. I am in my office, and I am also available through email. And you can call me at my office if I'm there. I'm only going to answer the phone when I'm there during my office hours, but if you call and you leave a message, I'll be happy to call you back. So please, 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 if you have any questions, don't panic. Just make sure to get in touch with me, and I will be happy to help you as soon as I can. All right, I know that we're going to have a great semester. Bienvenidos a mis estudiantes. Espero que tengan una buena semana. Chao.